Hey friends, this is part 2 to episode 149. If you haven't listened to episode 149 yet, go back an episode, listen to that, and then pop back over here to listen to this episode. Episode 150 starts right now. Hey there, welcome to the Lora Shipman Show. We hang out here weekly to talk about things like social media, entrepreneurship, marketing, tools, strategies, tips, and it all starts right now. Hey there, before we get started with this show, I just want to share my passion with you. I love teaching people just like you how to master social media for business, breaking it down into easy to consume and easy to execute steps so that you can see immediate results. So whether you want to start a social media consultancy or grow your brand's presence on social media, I can help. I can help you get started and master all the things that you need to know. So I want you to go over to my website. It is filled with resources, tools, tips, and courses. Visit lorashipman.com. That's LORA shipman.com to get all the goods. Now, you ready for the show? I know I am. Let's get started. Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome to part 2 of our series on how to plan a social media strategy. And like I said in the intro, if you haven't listened to part 1 first, go back to 149, then come over here. I think you'll need that information before you can move on to this. Okay, so we left off at step 2. We are diving into step 3 right now, and that is to get focused. So in this section, we're going to go over a ton of details to help you get on the right track and begin creating the best message for your audience. And the best way to start is to identify your channel. And here, I just want to say you want to start slow and you can always run later. And here's what I mean. Focus on just one social media platform, not all the social media platforms. And the one that you should focus on the most is the one your social media target audience tends to hang out on. And if you're not sure where that is or what that looks like, think about yourself for a moment, because a lot of times your target audience is very similar to you. And so what is your favorite social media platform? Where do you like to spend time? Where do you like to talk to other people and network? Chances are you feel really comfortable with that social media platform. So I recommend you start there. Get to know that platform very well and dominate it. Become the go-to expert in your field for that platform. And once you master it and you feel extremely confident there, then you can branch out and add another network. But first, just start with one and then grow from there. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is figure out the focus of your account. You need to determine and define what your focus will be. What is the problem you're going to be solving for your audience? So what is it that your audience needs from you that will help them thrive? Not just survive in their life, but actually thrive. What is it that you offer to make that happen? Another way to look at it is this. Everyone has a little pain pill that they can give their audience or the people who follow them that make their life better. What is your pain pill? What problem do you solve? And if you just gave them that little piece of information, it would mean the world to your audience. That's what you need to focus on. That's what your account is going to be all about. The next thing on the list is to determine who your target is and get to know them really well. This will help you create the best content for your audience. It's almost like you become inside their brain when you know them so well, and you want your audience to kind of say things to themselves like, wow, she really gets me, or she knows where I've been and she understands my struggles, all of those things. So once you have clearly identified who this person looks like, go ahead. I'm giving you permission. Go and stalk them. Learn what they struggle with, what their interests are, and begin making a list of the different ways you can help them in the type of content that they could really benefit from. This list is going to actually become a list of future posts that you're going to use. So put it somewhere accessible where as you come up with new ideas, as you're getting to know your audience, that you can constantly add to this list. Okay, so the next thing to tackle is determining what your social media brand voice is. And you're probably thinking to yourself, well, what does that even mean? So you need to develop a voice that comes across in your social media marketing, right? It's basically how you talk to your audience. And things that can help you develop that voice could be things like what makes you unique, what makes your business unique, what does your business do that maybe others in the industry don't do, or maybe your competition doesn't do? What makes you stand out? So focus on those things first. But then the other thing you're going to need to figure out that goes hand in hand with this is actually how do you deliver your content, right? So there's several ways that you can do this, and you just got to figure out the right way for you. So it can be a combination of the next couple of things I'm going to mention, or it could just be one area. So these are the types of posts that kind of do the best on social media. So you want to pick from these. So the first one is education. So this is where you teach people how to do something through do-it-yourself trainings or how-tos, tutorials, that sort of thing. The next type is entertainment. And this is like, are you going to be a storyteller? Are you going to be using humor? Are you going to be using like engaging content to really connect with your audience? The third one is an inspirational type message. So will you use inspirational ideas, little pep talks, motivational speeches and quotes and things like that that relate to your brand and your product to talk to your audience? Will you be rewarding? This is another one. Are you going to create value-rich rewards that compel your audience to use your products or services or to download your latest freebie? Or is it going to be a combination of all of the things I just mentioned? I kind of vote for the combination of everything only if it works for you and your brand. Like the worst thing you could do is say, yes, I'm going to do all of those things. And one of those ones is going to be the entertainment thing. And I'm going to be really funny and tell jokes. But what if you're not naturally funny? And what if you can't remember a punchline like me? That would never work for me and my brand, is to force myself to be funny. So try and avoid stuff that isn't authentic to you. Stay tuned to future minicasts because I'm going to break down each of these categories and give you real examples of how you can execute them in your business. So stay tuned for that. Now that you know what your social media voice will sound like, how do you deliver your message? How are you going to get your message to your audience? Are you going to use a static post feed? Are you going to use a mixture of live video, pre-recorded videos, and stories? My suggestion is this. Use absolutely all of the things. Every single feature the social media platform offers is the best way to get your message across. And here's why. Number one, it makes your account interesting and diversified. People will not get bored going to your account because it's always something different, always something new and fresh, right? Number two, each audience member has their own preferences when it comes to consuming content. Like some of us just love to scroll through the feed, while others love the spontaneity of stories. And then I gotta say, who doesn't love a good live broadcast, right? And then the next reason, number three, would be algorithms. They absolutely love it when you use all the features on the platform. And here's why. It makes you a power user. And power users, they usually have the best reach because they are using all the things available to them. And the algorithms will reward you handsomely for that. So think about this for a second. Think about your favorite content creator. How are they using the platform? I bet they have a good mixture of all the features, which makes them super compelling and interesting to follow. So take a page out of their book, do the same thing, see what's working for them, and try and replicate that formula. Don't copy their material, just replicate their process and apply it to your business. Now that we have an idea of who we're targeting, what type of posts we're going to put out there, now we got to figure out how often do we really want to post. So here's some advice from me. Be realistic. Determine a schedule that makes sense for you and for your business, and that also really allows you to post with purpose. So post with high quality, value-rich content in mind instead of just posting for the sake of posting. Too many of us fall into the trap of thinking we need to post every single day, so we just slap things up on a wall. Instead, go ahead and post with extreme value in mind. That means with every piece of content you put out there, ask yourself this question: why would my audience even care what I'm putting out there? And then the second one is, if you were in your audience member's shoes and you asked yourself, what's in it for me if I spend the time to engage with this post? And you get an answer back that says something like, yes, it's really interesting, or this can help me, this will make a transformation in my life, then go ahead and post it. But then think, how can you make that post even better? So it's not enough just to do a static feed post, right? Where people can scroll on by. You need to go ahead and incorporate the other features. So you need to have the feed posts, plus you need to have live broadcasts, plus stories, plus pre-recorded video like IGTV, right? That's a lot of work. And that's a lot of brain cells that are coming up with really high quality content. You're not taking the easy way out here. You're actually putting together really good content that people will respect you for. So think about that when you're putting together your frequency schedule. Is it realistic that you're going to be able to do amazing content every day, several times a day? Or does it make more sense to show up 3 times a week with killer content that you know your audience is just going to be drooling over? So now that we know what our frequency is, the best thing to do now is figure out when we should be posting. And so let's be honest about this. The absolute best time to post is when your audience is online. But how the heck do you know when that is? Well, in a word, it's called analytics. The analytics for your account will tell you so much about your audience. So take a couple minutes, visit your analytics and see when your audience is online, and then create a schedule to help you show up for them on a consistent basis. This next step I call the fine-tuning step, because what we're going to do now is just dive into the competition. You can learn a ton about your audience, what their struggles are, what they respond to, and what type of content you should be creating by just checking out your competition to see what they're doing. And here's how I would go about doing this. First, make a list of all your competitors and keep that list somewhere handy so you can refer back to it, because chances are you're going to want to check this out, I'd say about once a month, just to see what's going on. So figure out who your top competitors are. Then determine what social media channels they're using to connect with their audience, because chances are their audience is going to be similar to the target audience you have. Once you have identified that audience, figure out how you can engage with them, how you can connect with them, but most of all, figure out how you can serve them. And you can figure this out by taking a look at the content your competition is putting out there. Take a look at what they're doing really well and what they own. Where are they the thought leader? Where are they the expert? And then take a look at what they're missing. What space aren't they filling? That's your space. Go ahead and fill that space using things from your business and your brand that's uniquely you, things that only you can provide that audience member. The next part of our strategy is nurturing your audience off social media. Yeah, I said it. You're going to take them right off social media and go deeper with them by creating opportunities to have conversations with them through discovery calls or emails or workshops or coaching. Remember, social media is a networking opportunity, not a sales opportunity. And if you approach it from a sales mindset, you're going to most likely fail. But if you approach social media through a relationship building mindset, you're going to win every time. So that's why you want to take them off social media and really deepen that relationship. Now, I've said this before, and I'm going to continue saying it. Social media is a marathon. It's not a sprint, right? So if you're expecting to just sell your widget by slapping some stuff up on a social media wall somewhere, you're going to be extremely disappointed. You've got to work at it. You've got to work at building a network, building relationships, building brand awareness, and a community around your business. If you approach it this way, you are going to win, and you're going to benefit by having a posse of loyal and raving fans. You're going to get by word of mouth marketing. The more people who authentically share your business, the more success you will experience. And then you're also going to end up defining yourself as a thought leader and an authority in your niche. And that's what we all want. When you can do all of these things, first, the sales will come, I promise. And the reason why I know that is because that's what worked for me. Yeah, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of time, and it's a lot of effort, but the rewards are great, I promise. All right, my friends. So that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. You know what to do now, right? Download the homework found in the show notes and go execute your heart out. This episode only makes a difference in your life when you do the work. Okay, go ahead, get to work. Until next time, my friends, stay safe, be well, and stay social. Hey there, I just want to say thank you for spending time with me here today. I know your time is super valuable, which is why I am dedicated to providing lots of usable, actionable information in the shortest amount of time possible. Before you go, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a future episode. And if you have ideas or topics you would like me to cover in an upcoming show, let me know about it in the comment section provided.